The town slept with a humidity that hummed, a sound like distant machinery breathing through the walls. At the edge of the harbor, where the fog pooled in the street like spilled ink, I felt a wrongness seeping into the air, a residual sentence that refused to finish. The lighthouse blinked in irregular rhythms, the beam braided light into spirals that peeled the color from the world. Wind carried shapes that did not belong to wind, and the gulls fell silent, as if listening to a memory we could not bear. On the quay, frost-etched symbols that looked more like breaths than letters, each one exhaling a rumor about what lay beneath the surface. I began to keep a notebook, not of what I saw, but of what I forgot. The house seemed to listen when I spoke to it, and my own voice returned to me warped, like a chorus through a broken speaker. I could not tell if the nights were lengthening, or if my perception was shrinking. Doors opened of their own accord, no hinges missing, only a suggestion that decides to step inside. Then the water changed. The harbor darkened, as if the sea itself leaned closer, and the stars pooled into a single impossible eye. The thing that rose from the depths was not a creature, but a logic, a pattern that made sense of everything I had misread. The air grew denser, not with wind, but with thought. I heard a language in which silence meant everything and nothing, a grammar that rewrote my memories before I could warn them away. The presence did not threaten with force, it offered a threshold, and what lay beyond was not another world, but a dimension of memory that refused to forget. I woke to the clock unmoving, and the harbor fog thick as memory. The town breathed in unison, a single body listening to a distant, endless question. I write to remember, and remember to forget, to keep the monsters at the edge of vision where they belong. If I am listening correctly, the stars do not look down at us. We float inside their perception, a skin on a sea that never ends. And somewhere beyond the foam, a larger hand keeps turning the world, slow and inexorable, until we are no longer hosts, but echoes of a question it cannot bear to answer. If I listen long enough, the question answers me in a whisper I cannot trust. Perhaps tomorrow the fog will have learned to pronounce my name.